All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is another male makeup Monday. Disregard my lip. It looks disgusting, I know, but my dog actually did this to me. Busted my lip. Long story short, I went to go jump onto the bed and she jumped on the bed at the same time as I did and our heads collided, and this is the result of it. So, anyways, I'm gonna do another just tutorial, very quick tutorial on how to do my new current favorite product, which is the Marc Jacobs, and Marc Jacobs. I am a huge lover of Marc Jacobs and a huge lover of Tom Ford. Those are probably like my two idols when it comes to fashion for men and women. Actually wanted to get into fashion marketing for men when I got out of high school, but I didn't have $25,000 right out of high school. So here we are, playing with their makeup. It's the closest thing I'll get. I have nothing from from Tom Ford, but I would love to. So yes, Accomplice, the highlighting gel. This is in Fantasy. Oh, I lost that. But yeah, and the Accomplice Concealer. So we use those two products. I actually am going to use the rest of my tester of this foundation I have, which is in Tan Y400. We are getting in tanning season, so I actually want to use the rest of this first before I get into this, because this has been my go-to foundation as of lately and my new concealer. So without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah. All right, so first and foremost, oh geez, I am gonna go in with the Smashbox Primerizer. I am going to do a few squirts of that, and I am going to go in with, mix it with the Dewdrop and Fantasy, the Rose Gold, which is gorgeous. I actually want to buy another one of this because limited edition. It is gorgeous. It is flawless. I mean, it is everything, and I just want to have a backup. It's just in case. Ah, so this is beautiful for the summer. Forget it. Just put it all over the décolletage, right under the eye area. And as of lately, I've actually been avoiding putting primer on my nose, because that is the one area, no matter the primer, that for some reason the foundation won't stick. So I'm avoiding that area. I have been wearing this foundation a lot lately. I don't like anything with SPF, but this is the first SPF that does not irritate my skin, make me itchy, or burn a little bit, or even irritate my eyes, or make me ice water. So that is the base. Get a very nice dewy base going and prep the under eyes. I'm gonna let that set in for a second, and then we will go on to the next. All right, now for the Accomplice Concealer, I am going in with shade Medium 36, which has like a warm peachy undertone, which has been currently what I've been getting into lately. I'm in between a warm, like a peach undertone, and also a yellow, depending on the time of the year. So a little bit of this does go a long way. So just putting it where I need a little bit more of that fuller coverage, cancel out my dark circles obviously. And I'm gonna go in with this brush just to blend it out. I have accidentally worn this concealer and foundation together for 24 hours on accident, without one night after work, and we were out longer than expected. I mean, what more do you need to do in Vegas? So get that in, blend it out, and then I'm going to go in with just a little bit more. See how that just really cancels out? I should have washed my hands after put that stuff on. There we go. Going in with my fingertip and just putting it right in the corner. I love using my fingertips for just layering this after I smooth everything out. just to really move the product around a little bit more and help it to seep into the skin with the warmth of the fingertip. And I'm actually thinking about doing a full face tutorial on all Marc Jacobs, even eyeshadow. I do like his mascara. His liners have always been iconic and a must-have in my kit. I've used it for quite a few weddings and they freaking stay put. They freaking stay put. God, my lip is so disgusting. Alright. Now that we have that down, blend out a little bit more. Yes, it broke. I still use it because I still clean it. Perfect. Alright. There's that. Now let us move on to a trick I like to do lately before actually applying the foundation. Alright, so lately I've actually been getting a lot of compliments when I do this. I am more of a combination oily to combination oily in the T-zone, kind of dry on the outside, but I still like to look a little bit dewy and luminous because being in your 30s, I stay away from matte. Anything that mattifies me, I kind of stay away from. So, girl on, getting a little bougie. Just taking it, this is actually from their holiday collection. And then I just like to dust this all over. Just to kind of get a blurring effect before my foundation. And this really does help to blur out my pores. A little bit of my fine lines. Gives me more of a mature adult luminous glow from within, which I honestly have been loving a lot lately. So, and I love the way this smells. It is very calming for me. I don't know why, because I really hate anything with a lot of fragrance, but this is just very soothing. Perfect. This is, gosh, what is this? The Meteorites Gold Pearl. This was their 2018 holiday thing. A little bit more gold. Like to keep it in there, dip it, swirl it. You could do it on top of the foundation. I like to do it before, just cause I can. Now, for the foundation. Y10, Y400. I said before I get into this, I'm gonna use the rest of this. I think I have like 3 more days use out of this. Oh, this is such a gorgeous foundation. So there, down the nose. And I always like to start from the middle of the face and blend out. There we go. There's a hair. There's a hair on here. Deal with it later. Going in with this foundation brush and just blending it out. So around my nose, I always just like to pat it in and blend out. Freaking hair. Haha. Alright. It's blending out. So SPF 25. Anything with SPF, you do have to reapply every couple hours. I know at Cosmetics they have an SPF 50. The thing with that, high SPF, which a lot of people do love, I personally don't. I try to stay away from SPF when it comes to foundation because being a photographer, the flashback and stuff like that. But anything with SPF, the moment you start to sweat, the moment you get wet, you have to reapply. It is on everything SPF, even if you just do SPF from the bottle. So that's why I know when a lot of people have read the directions on this, it does say that you have to reapply it every couple hours, because if you are going to be in the sun, you have to reapply it. If you're going to get wet, you have to reapply it. If you're going to sweat, you're going to have to reapply it. Which, let's be honest, I am a huge sweater. I'm a firm believer of just sweating. So, SPF 25. All right, so sorry about that rude interruption because if I barely tap this, everything falls apart. So, there we go. There is the foundation blended out with the Accomplice under. And I know a lot of people always say it's very cakey, it's very textured. This, I like to blend out with a brush just because. There we go. So, next, I am going to move on to highlighter. And for a highlighter, I'm going in with Honest Beauty. There's my ghetto setup. This is in Dawn Reflection. This is such a gorgeous highlighter, and I've been using this one a lot since I got this. I've had this for quite a while, plus anything and everything from Honest Beauty is a phenomenal product. I like what they stand for. They did an amazing job with the formulation for it being a lot more cleaner. Works very well. So, this is more of like a, if I could compare it to anything, kind of like almost like a rose gold actually. So yeah, if I compare both of them, they're like almost the same. So we're going in more of a rose gold theme. Do this and just the high points of the face. This isn't a beaming highlight, which I love. I like things that are more natural because I like more subtle, natural type of looks, as if, you know, you can't tell if I do have makeup on or not. You can actually use this as an all-over face powder, not a finishing powder, all-over face powder, just to give a luminous glow. This one you can put on before the foundation as well, if you wanted to. I've actually scraped off a little bit, add a little bit of oil to it, and give it a very nice dewy finish. So yeah, I actually want to buy another one of these, but I'm trying to not buy anything more new because I want to use everything I have. So, there we go. Just a very natural finish. On to brows, and then we'll get into bronzer, and then I will wrap it up. Now for brows, going in with Buck eyeshadow from Urban Decay. This is what I like to use for a lot of brows, for a lot of my natural looking brows. And this is an actual very nice subtle cool tone taupe that actually is very flattering on a lot of skin tones. I've used this for a lot of my photo shoots. So just helps to darken it naturally. I'm not a big fan of the big bold Instagram brows because for a lot of my photo shoots, especially with more agencies, everything has to look very natural. Kind of like your skin but better. So that's why I love to use foundations that are a lot more light to medium coverage, that are very buildable, but that still allow the skin to pop through because it just makes it look more real. It makes it look like your skin but better. I will probably do a video on my top, trying to think what are my favorite foundations that I like to use. So I like to use Urban Decay Naked Skin, Becca's foundation for more of a fuller coverage, and also NARS's Sheer Glow. Those are my top 3 foundations that I like to use for a lot of my photo shoot. Depending on the lighting, depending on the event, I will adjust between the 3 foundations. So yeah, there we go. Just blending out the brows, just brushing everything through. Now next, bronzer. The new Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer. I actually have Caramel Cutie. This is a little bit too dark for me, and the one before is way too orange, and I hate orange bronzers on me because it makes me look like a Oompa Loompa. So, this is how I apply this. But with work, I actually wear like turtlenecks, or I'll wear a button up, so this brings features onto my face, and my brush is fucking... Okay, I obviously need to get new brushes. Wow, dang, okay. That literally just... Oh man, I've had this sucker for years. Okay, so I just start from the jawline and work my way up. And I like to use the bronzer just to bring a little bit more shape to my face rather than contouring. I think I'm actually going in a little too heavy than usual, but oh well. And then right there, just right there. Ooh. On the outskirts. There, down the neck. And whatever's left on the brush, I'll just bring it down the bridge of the nose to give more of a natural shape to my nose. I do not like to put highlighter on the tip of my nose because I don't want to emphasize that button more than it really is. So, there we go, down the neck. And there we go. So, that is the final look. And this thing, a little bit of this does go a long way. There's only 2.8 grams, and freaking A. I've had this for 2 weeks now, and it still looks like I literally just barely made a dent in it today with this video. And I like to set this with Urban Decay's All Nighter. That's been my go-to as of lately. Sorry, my legs are starting to fall asleep. Whew! So, there is the finished look. Let's get the whole ethereal aspect of all of this. So, there we go. There are days where I actually just like to wear the Accomplice Concealer by itself and the high points of my face, and then actually will just do the bronzer everywhere else. And that actually gives a very, very nice natural look. The Accomplice Concealer, yes, you do have to really blend it out. It is definitely a buildable coverage, which I love. But it is also phenomenal for makeup artists, especially when you're on sets. You just have to do touch-ups. Sorry, I gotta stretch out the other leg. Oh, yeah. So, and as far as this foundation, I've actually finally caved and bought it. This is actually going to be my personal foundation that I will wear to work, and stuff like that. Oh, should I do mascara? No, I'll do it later. But so there you go. This, and this. This actually mixed with the foundation is also really very, very gorgeous. The dewdrops I freaking love because adding it to your body lotion, your body oil, just so you can get it all over the body is gorgeous. With summer coming up, it's phenomenal. I do want to get the coconut primer, which I did have before, and it was such a beautiful primer. It really hydrated my skin, especially it really preps the skin if you're going to wear full coverage foundation. The only full coverage foundation I like to wear would be the Urban Decay All Nighter. I have tried the Remarkable foundation, and that thing is fucking full coverage, and it was gorgeous, but you really have to apply. God, my lip. So yeah, this is the final look of Shameless Foundation. Nothing wrong with being a little shameless. I do love this. I'm definitely getting another one of that. So, I hope you guys learned something new. Very simple for the men's. This is a tutorial great for guys who want to wear makeup, or even makeup artists, aspiring makeup artists who don't know how to do makeup on men. This is something you can follow. This is not the only way to do it. This is one of many ways I like to do it. If you go through my past few videos, there's a ton ways, so many different ways of doing men's makeup. This is, I'm not the one, I never want to be a makeup artist to say this is the only way to do it. There are plenty of ways to do makeup. Somebody's, it just really depends on how much time you are given, in all honesty, especially because sometimes models do show up very late to set. But also, what you have, what you're used to using, use what you have now, get used to it, and build from there is my best thing I could say. It is getting hot under these lights. But yeah, this is one of many ways I like to do my complexion, complexion for men. This is actually a very good resourceful tool for you guys out there. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something new. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week, Monday. Every Monday, Male Makeup Monday, or as I like to say, and it's just tutorials on how to do makeup for men. Make it look natural, more subtle, more manly, I guess. But I'll probably start doing more videos. I always say this, and I need to get on top of it. I'm gonna do more videos on strictly just eyes, how to enhance the eyes, tutorials, maybe for Fridays. But as of right now, Male Makeup Monday. Don't forget to check out my website. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, my makeup page, and then also my professional page, so you guys can see how all of this looks with professional lighting and how it's done and once they get edited. I do not Facetune anything. I hate Facetune. I've never used it, never downloaded it, never will, because I actually use Lightroom to edit, and I will Photoshop things every now and then just to smooth out some stuff for my beauty page. But besides that, hope you guys enjoy. It's getting hot, and have a great Monday.